Recon, 132 fighter. 5. Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Schmidt. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. To throw on second down, Schmidt. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Looking to throw. Schmidt. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
70, Indy.
So we got man. Mike, check, 59.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid finish to a solid opening drive, and that's the threat that he represents. He can take off and score on you.
What he makes it is 11-on-11 football. Because a lot of the times the quarterback isn't much of a runner, so you don't have to account for him. Well, you do with him, and now he actually gets a lead blocker instead, and he's able to cash that one in.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 31 yards there and a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Look at me. Go.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, here's Freeman. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 22-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Mike 54. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check 31. Check 31.
6-6. Pull it high.
Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
Hey, exit.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Pilot, 64.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Hey, Echo.
Time to go. Night. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick me up. Here we go.
Go.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schmidt dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Got it.
57's the Mike. Rock 57. Let's go. Pick the edge.
Trickstone, travel. Hit it.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
61. Matchbox light. Beat them.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Set up. 70. Indy.
Hey.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
He's coming. We got double up. Check.
5.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Two draw corkers. Roll out. Rock it.
That's all.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Watch the run.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And an alley to run. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running the jet sweep with Ridley. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Hey, zoom.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let him know.
General West.
Now Saquon Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Jones. That's complete to Slayton. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Off play action. Jones out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Jones from the gun, he'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On the draw, this is Smith. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
In the past, we've seen running backs break the rules, run a draw, break it off to the left, and go for big yardage. That didn't happen here, but there's no reason for us to just absolutely crush him on that play. You never know when it'll actually break out for a big game.
Back to throw. Schmidt. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Go now. 70, Indy.
You must be getting
Sleeper.
On first down, Schmidt. This complete to Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to Smith. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run it here with Logan. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ready, set.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Ready, ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it
80 weapon. Score. Look at me. Score.
Show it up. Shift.
Be driven.
Throwing on 1st down. Schmidt. Jones has it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Takes 3. 218. Chop it.
Hey, watch it.
2nd and 2. Complete to Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again, it's Smith. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now Olsen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back to throw. Schmidt, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
To throw on 2nd down. Schmidt being chased out left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Got
The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Schmidt. They'll set up the screen to Smith. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Back to throw. Schmidt. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Russell Gage, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jones now to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the kick by Rosas is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway. That's
fielded in the end zone. And it decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The field goal we just saw has this now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
On the carry, here's Smith. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A first down carry for Smith. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Greystone travel. Hey, exit.
Last 57, 57's mine.
Hurry, hurry, 5.
Throwing again. Schmidt. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey, echo.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Here we go, here we go. Check 59.
Operating from the gun. Schmidt. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
That'll be taken in the end zone. He's still fighting forward. Coleman, and he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot, hot. Bang, bang, bang.
61, matchbox lights.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Olsen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Staying on the ground with Olsen. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. Schmidt. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had